Tea. Actually, no, I want another sip. Hey y'all, what's up? My name's Kelsey K, otherwise known as Kelsey K MUA, and I wanted to thank you so much for being here today. Well guys, welcome back to the how-to series. I'm so excited to film this video today for you guys because I had so many people asking me on Twitter and Instagram. I had posted a couple pictures of, you know, just like a couple makeup looks that I had done, and I had so many people like in person and on Instagram asking me like, oh my gosh, your skin looks airbrushed. What did you do? Like, your skin looks absolutely fantastic. And I'm just like, really? Because I've got these like giant craters of pimples like on my face. I was like, oh my gosh, like my skin is super, super red, like, ah. But so I'm gonna show you guys today how to get a perfect complexion to a point where people are asking you if you spent like $90 on a foundation, but we're gonna be using super duper affordable products. At least for foundation. I've got the Benefit Bronze Squad Cheek Leader palette here, and it is actually probably my favorite like face palette to use just because it has the bronzers, the highlighters, and the blush all in one. So this is something that I like to travel with because it's just convenient. Okay, so I'm gonna stop rambling. Let's go ahead and jump right on into it, okay? Okay. Okay guys, so to first start off for the complexion, we're going to go ahead and use a primer. Here I have the Rimmel Stay Matte Primer. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and dab that here onto my skin and try really hard not to like disturb the skin underneath because I am trying to make sure that we're not... So think about it this way, your skin is not just a flat surface. It's got all these like little ridges, and especially when the skin is a little bit more dry, you can tend to break off those layers of dead skin, and you can tend to look really flaky and just not your best when the skin is a little bit more dry, and then when you're rubbing and disturbing that surface layer of skin. So you want to make sure that you are pressing that here into the skin to get the most flawless finish. I know I don't do this all the time. I know that if you guys watch my videos, I'm usually just like rubbing in my primer to a point where everybody's like, Kelsey, you need to calm down. Y'all need to keep calm. If you guys are wondering why I'm having to drink tea like obsessively, it's because when I woke up this morning, I had absolutely no voice. So I am trying to make sure that I can actually speak today, because that'd be nice. Okay, so to cover up a couple of these blemishes that I got going on, I'm gonna go ahead and color correct. So here I have the NYX Color Correcting Concealer Palette. As you can see, this green shade has been so well loved to a point where I have no more left. But I'm going to go ahead and take this yellow shade right here. I'm going to take that on my ring finger, and I am just going to dab that here under my eyes to make it look like I've actually slept in the last couple of days. I don't know why, but like I've just been having the hardest time falling asleep lately, and I do not know why. Usually like it's pretty easy for me to fall asleep. But just lately, I've just been having a really, really hard time falling asleep and staying asleep. So, I don't know. I've been thinking about taking melatonin, but I mean, I used to take melatonin when I was a teenager, and it didn't really do very much for me as far as like being able to get me to stay asleep. So, I'm trying to kind of just like stay away from that. And I also don't want to be using things like actual like sleeping pills. I did use sleeping pills for a while after my father passed away, and they kind of helped, but I mean, I don't know. I don't know, I just don't think it's necessary. I think that I just need to start drinking a little bit less coffee throughout my day. That might be my issue. I'm also going to use this more pink shade right here on my ring finger, and I am going to dot that here onto my blemishes. Okay, and very, very light layers too. I'm not taking a whole lot of this product. I'm not like digging my finger into it. But I am also going to take a little bit of like the deeper brown shade right here, and I'm also going to do that right on the center of the blemish. Now the reason why you want to do this is because you want to eliminate the amount of product that you're using, but you also want to make sure you are not highlighting any of those blemishes, because when you highlight a blemish like that, it's making sure that it's raised, and so if you use like a lighter colored concealer on it, you're gonna be able to see it easier. So you actually want to use a concealer that is actually a little bit darker than your foundation, so that then you're able to get a better coverage. So for foundation today, I'm going to be using the L'Oreal Infallible Freshwear foundation in the shade 450. I tell you guys, this is like the foundation. Like every single time I wear this foundation, I can see there is a noticeable difference in my skin. So I definitely recommend this to anyone who is looking for a foundation that just looks absolutely fantastic. It gives great medium to full coverage, and it does build up well. And this stuff just looks absolutely fantastic on the skin. Like this is my like go-to usually everyday foundation. I know I have been used, I really do like the Maybelline Dream Cover too. I really want to do a foundation video based on like it's like my favorite foundations. So please let a girl know if you want to see a video on all of my favorite foundations and like what they're good for and why I like them. So let me know down in the comments below if that's what you want to see. Yeah. Ooh, guys, I did forget to mention that probably one of the most important things to getting a really flawless finish when it comes to your foundation is making sure that you are not ever dragging your sponge, or even if you're using a foundation brush, make sure that you are more stippling, like, you know, kind of bouncing it on your face as opposed to swirling or buffing, just because, like I said, you're going to end up disturbing all of that skin underneath, so you don't want to do that. In order to get that really, really nice, like, that really nice flawless finish, you want to make sure that everything is laying completely flat as well. For concealer, I'm going to go ahead and take the L'Oreal Infallible Full Wear Concealer in the shade 340 Fawn. I have been absolutely freaking obsessed with this concealer ever since I tried it. Guys, like I cannot begin to describe to you how amazing this coverage is and how much I have just been like dying over this concealer. It is like an amazing dupe for Tarte Shape Tape. So if you are a huge Shape Tape fan but don't like the price point of Shape Tape, you can go ahead and pick this bad boy up and you are going to see a like noticeable difference in your bank account. So just gonna go ahead and blend this all in with my sponge, the same sponge I was using before to blend out my foundation. Also, another huge tip to making sure that your makeup stays flawless underneath your makeup is to make sure that you are exfoliating. Guys, I cannot begin to tell you how important exfoliating your skin is, because if you're not exfoliating and getting rid of all of that dead skin from underneath, like you can't make something look nice on top if everything underneath is just like dry and cracked. And now granted, also keep in mind too, for like, you know, for those of you out there who have really dry skin, it's really, really hard to combat like the really, really awful dry patches. And for the longest time, like I said, I had always been like, oh, like now people who have dry skin, they have it so much easier. Like when you have oily skin, your foundation like breaks off and wham. Honestly, after having that dry patch on my eye for a long time, I'm just like, oh my gosh, like anybody who has really dry skin, they're probably like, no, having dry skin is the worst. So like, oh, it's so hard to make everything look like nice and just dewy and fresh when your skin underneath is just like trying to suck everything up like a sponge. And I just lost my headband. Getting a little bit too excited there. So now I'm gonna go ahead and powder everything down to make sure that nothing is going to crease. So using my Coty Airspun powder, I'm gonna go ahead and dip into that and just start pressing that here into the skin, starting under the eyes to prevent any of my concealer from creasing, and just really packing that on into the skin. Ugh, I can already see like a huge difference already in like the texture of my skin, just like based on like my nose from my cheeks. Ugh, these, I think it might just be the fact that I have this L'Oreal product combined with the Coty Airspun that everything just looks so freaking nice. I think this is the combo that works out really well. And for those of you out there who have really dry skin and are watching me put on all this powder, you're probably thinking, gosh, what are you doing? Listen up, okay? Your girl here is oily. It's the middle of August and it's Dream Cruise Day. So Luke's gonna wanna go out and take out the Camaro and go down Woodward. And so I'm really excited for that, which is cool. But I gotta make sure that all of this stays in place too. So this is also a great way to make your foundation last all day long as well, is by powdering down like this and really just like pressing that powder into the skin to elongate the wear time of your foundation. Okay, for my neck, because I did apply foundation to my neck just to make sure that everything blends in really well with the rest of my skin, I'm going to go ahead and take just a little bit of powder on a stippling brush and just kind of set down the foundation on my neck as well. And just kind of stipple that onto the rest of the face. Again, not swirling. You want to just tap, 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 tap. More tea. Okay, so taking that Bronze Squad Cheek Leader palette, since I am a little bit more tan right now, I'm going to go ahead and use the Hoola Carmel bronzer. Just going to go ahead and tap that on here. And kind of buff that very gently with a light hand, buffing that into the skin. Bringing that up just a little bit higher to elevate the cheekbones. And then just making sure that you're really buffing that in, but very, very lightly to not just, again, disturb any of the makeup underneath. Okay, so next I'm just gonna go ahead and hit my cheeks with the shade right here, Coralista. Very, very lightly tap that and smile. And just brush that lightly onto the cheeks. My cheeks are already like naturally super, super red, so I actually used to avoid blush for the longest time. Like, I used to hate blush because I was just like, guys, my cheeks are already naturally red enough. I really don't need more pink stuff on my face. Okay guys, so that is pretty much all I'm going to do right now as far as complexion. Actually, ooh, you know what? No, I'm going to carve out the cheeks. I lied. So I'm going to go ahead and take the flat side of my Morphe blending sponge, just dip that here into the powder. And make that nice straight line there across the cheek to really carve out that, that contour. And because I want to be extra shine free today, I'm also going to go ahead and hit the top of the nose and the forehead right here. Just really bake it all in. One more under the chin. Okay, cool beans, guys. That is kind of it. So I'm just going to go ahead and let this sit, and we'll catch up in a hot second. Okay guys, so I went ahead and just applied the rest of my makeup off camera. I also did my hair, so I'm super excited. But I'm just gonna go ahead and finish off this look today with a little bit of highlighter. Hopefully a little bit, not too much, but you know me. A little bit of highlighter is no such thing. So I'm gonna go ahead and dip back into the Benefit Cheek Leader palette. I'm gonna go ahead and take that shade Cookie and apply that right here. Oh gosh, this shade is so freaking pretty. Like, I can't get over it. So gorgeous. You're so gorgeous. Can't say anything to your face. 'Cause look at my face. A little bit on the chin. Going back in and doing my temples again because I suck and I don't know how to not apply too much highlighter. Okay guys, and we're gonna go ahead and finish off the face today with the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. Just very lightly. Whew. Well, there it is, guys. Thank you so much for watching this video today. I hope you guys enjoyed how to get this very like flawless like skin finish. If you liked it, go ahead and give me a big old thumbs up so that other people can find this video. And if you want to help other people find this video even faster, you can go ahead and share this video and go ahead and subscribe to this channel so that you can see more videos of me doing stuff like this. Thank you guys so much. I love you so much, and I will see y'all in the next one. Bye y'all.